Great. Welcome to the Tuesday, October 17th, 2023 regular city council meeting. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please. City Clerk?
Siebel,
Here.
Osborne,
Here.
Smock, Bergman.
Here.
I'll receive a motion for approval of the October 17th, 2023 agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5 is public discussion. If anyone would like to come up to the podium, state their name and their address to address the council and myself. Okay. Number 6, approval of the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 7 is approval of the resolution calendar.
I'll make the motion to approve the resolution calendar.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Siebel,
Yes.
Osborne,
Yes.
Smock, Bergman.
Yes.
Since the first. Number 8 is request from Chief Dean to purchase 2 United Shield Body Armor Unit, quote-unquote vests, in the amount of $1,760 with Ray O'Haron, offset by a federal grant in the amount of $1,365. We often apply for these grants. We just don't know if we're going to get them or not. But they did receive this grant, so it helps cover almost our cost. All of our costs except $400, basically.
I'd make a motion to approve the request from Chief Dean on the body armor units.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 9 is a request to purchase less lethal launcher for use in SWAT training in the amount of $1,085 and 16 canisters of 360 First Defense pepper spray replacing old stock in the amount of $256.31 with stretchers, I believe it is, strikers, either way. I had spoke with Chief Dean and with Officer Womchill in regards to this, and if you'd like Officer Womchill to speak to this, but we got a new quote. He had difficulty getting a quote to order ammunition for the less lethal launcher, which is kind of a, you want to get up and talk to that, kind of what that consists of and
So I do have this, if you just want to pass this around where it's highlighted. These are different types of munitions that go with this launcher, just to show how it's pretty diverse. So my name is Jordan Wamichil. Obviously, I'm currently employed with the Evansdale Police Department. I had the opportunity to go to a 40-hour less lethal instructor training in Minnesota. Throughout this training, I learned about OC gas, different munitions, impact rounds, and a long list of other valuable less lethal resources that are available to law enforcement. The 40 millimeter would be a great tool and a benefit to the Evansdale Police Department. So to go over a couple of different scenarios where this would be used. For instance, a barricaded subject not willing to comply with police, felony stop where a subject will not get out of a vehicle, hostage type situations, and suicidal subjects with a weapon. These are just a few examples. This tool is only utilized with 2 officers minimum. Obviously that list is going around, but some of the munitions that we're looking to get would be direct impact munitions. These are foam rounds. This is used for a non-compliant suspect. Its pain tolerance and the distance is from 5 feet to 25 feet. Depending on the type of munition, it can go up to, I believe, 150. Ferret rounds are another one that would be utilized. These rounds can be shot through a structure such as a window, doors, drywall. Typically, those are your OC and gas rounds. The benefits that it would have to the department, obviously, it's updated technology. It's kind of the move right now in law enforcement. Not relying on outside agencies for equipment. All officers would be trained and certified in using the 40 millimeter. This is due to me being an instructor in the 40 millimeter. It's more effective than a taser and OC in certain situations, such as a subject wearing multiple layers. Why the 40 millimeter? Less liability, it's more accurate. The distance, like I stated, it can be used at 5 feet, but it's also more accurate at long ranges. It reduces the penetration risk to skin as well. Other important information about this, right now, the time to get a 40 millimeter launcher in is roughly 9 to 12 months. This is due to the high demand of the launcher. Like I said, this is kind of the move in law enforcement right now. This decreases the risk for physical altercation that can lead to deadly force. It's utilized in gaining compliance with multiple subjects, such as a riot situation. Not saying that we would ever have something like that, but if we were, it could be utilized in that situation, as well as something like a bar fight. In closing, this tool can help keep officers, the suspects involved, and the public safe in high-stress situations. The benefits outweigh the risk and liability. Thank you. And I'll answer any questions if you guys have any.
Good job.
No, sounds very good.
Yeah, just on the agenda, it says replacing old stock. What is, where are we looking at? What-
Replacing of the old stock, that was just the $256.31.
Okay.
That is the pepper spray.
Oh, just pepper
Because it
spray.
expires.
Okay, yeah. That,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Okay, okay, that's what I was just wondering. Clarify.
So what is actually stated on the agenda is the 1,085 plus the 256.31. If we were to go with actually getting the ammunition for the launcher, it would move this up to 2,608.48. Would we order it in two separate, like, would we go ahead and order the pepper spray first? Or would we order all of it and then pay for it later? Do we pay 50% now? Do we pay it up front?
I believe it's just, you'd pay it all up front.
Okay.
And like I explained, if it was something that you guys wanted to move on, just purchasing the launcher instead of buying everything in bulk, I mean, that's an option too, rather than spending the full amount for the ammunition, because like I said, you're waiting 9 to 12 months for the launcher. So there's really no need for the munitions right away.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not gonna have a launcher, so the munitions are just gonna sit there.
Okay, so we could go with our original quote and then put this on a separate agenda to
Right.
order this. We can even,
Well, I believe you'll have to look at that quote, but I believe the cost of the launcher went up slightly. I don't think it's anything.
it was just $10.05.
Yeah, so there's just
Yeah.
a little difference there.
Well, I guess I'm of the opinion that if the munitions are available now, rather than wait and see if they're available when we're ready for them, I'd rather get everything taken care of now.
I'm wondering if that's a problem though, because it's not on the agenda. So can we
Right.
technically vote on it?
We can amend, yeah, we can amend
So
it
what's
as,
the amount, Deanne? Because,
the total with including the pepper spray is $2,608.48. And that would be-
$608, 608 and 48?
Yeah, 608.48.
Okay, I'll make the motion to spend,
Yeah.
okay.
It just occurred to me just now, is there a shelf life for the, LC cans?
The one we carry?
No, the munitions,
Yeah, the munitions you're
Yeah, I
bringing.
believe it's 5 years.
5 years, something you might think about as far as
Yeah.
how long it will last.
Okay, well, then that's consideration too.
And possibly, could we just place the order and then have it all shipped when the launcher ships?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that would be a possibility.
That way we have the money and spoken for and done.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make the motion to spend $2,608.48 to provide launcher and munitions for the police department.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Jordan.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Excellent. Mayor council reports. Trying to think if I had anything. Moving along, the wastewater treatment plant is moving quite along at our last meeting, and I'll get that out to you. We had an update, just kind of show you what was going on. I don't know if any of you have had an opportunity to drive down there. One of the OV building is almost completed. The berm is completed, and we're on schedule to meet our deadline, which is March 15th, for the E. coli reduction. So they're moving right along. It appears also that Michigan Lift Station will be up and running this week as well. That's it for me.
Mayor, I just had one thing.
Sure.
Could we make sure we all keep it in our mind on the Eagles Landing project that came to us a while back about the roadway?
Yeah.
That we revisit the engineer on that. I think there was a little bit of a mistake on his part of engineering that, and we paying that kind of money to have it done, and it wasn't done right according to what we need. Can we have any dialogue with him to where we might get a break on the redo of the thing done?
Well, I mean, when you talk about redo, that is your personal opinion. Because when initially the development was contracted, and when Troy Beatty was in office, and when he was having the communication with Adrian Holmes, with Bolton and Mink, it wasn't gonna be utilized for what we're gonna be utilizing for. It was gonna be hotels and restaurants, business offices. This has just worked out, I believe, totally in our favor. But I'm assuming that you're talking about the corner.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
And they weren't looking to have that kind of traffic when it was initially done.
Is it my understanding though that the semis can't get in there right now at all? Even
They
if-
can get in there, it's just gonna be really difficult. Where it's gonna be more difficult is if there's one coming out.
So
Yeah.
if there was hotels and stuff, it
Yeah.
would just be one going in, one going out.
Right. Well, when you're looking for hotels and restaurants in small business park type facilities, it's gonna be mainly cars.
Yeah, but.
I mean, you
still
would
need-
have had,
yeah,
you would have had a
Semi of food.
semi to deliver food, but it's not gonna be 6 of them at
Yeah.
one time.
Right.
So, but that was the original footprint, and we've had to grow with the project.
I
Well,
just think it's something we should have looked at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to understand it too, because, like Chrissy has pointed out, that you'd still have truck traffic for delivery, and so we can't really, the cart's moved on.
Yeah.
But I guess what I think Mr. Siebel is saying, can we work with the engineer and developer, or, to get this, so the city's not eating the whole cost of this? Because it was a little bit of short-sighted on both parts, in my opinion, too.
I mean, that's a possibility. I'm not gonna say no, that's not gonna happen, but, as things move forward, right now, we're working on the development agreement of the one that we've already approved, the purchase agreement for, and, the other company is working on a development agreement for us to approve and have our attorney to look, because they're a bigger corporation, they do this more than we do. So they're actually working on that. If both of those go down, consecutively, which I think they will, probably by January, then, we can look at all of our options at that time. We don't need to get the cart before the horse right now until we get
Right.
this stuff going.
Well, it's just the possibility of sharing a little bit of the cost, rather than taking it all on ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I can see what they're saying, because like a discount or something, because I feel like since I've been on council, they've made a couple mistakes, kind of detrimental, but I can't tell you what they are right now. Sorry, I'm just talking,
Yeah.
so maybe if we call them out on it, they'll be a little bit careful, or maybe they'll be more likely to give us a little bit of a discount or something.
Yeah, they did the project how they were instructed to do the project. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
They were led by Troy Beatty on what the design was supposed to look like. And we approved it,
Yeah, but
because
isn't
it was
part
for a
of-
different,
isn't
it was for a different
Yeah, I get
business.
that, but isn't it part of their job to say, hey, this, if we make that road this wide, the semis aren't gonna be able to get through there very easily? Aren't they, cause we're hiring them to have them give us our opinion, their opinion and their,
And
on
their
their
expertise.
structural. So I just think that, like, they should have said, if you do this, which we wouldn't even know if they did say that, because if Troy was the mayor at that time, we wouldn't know this. Maybe they said it's Troy and we don't know, I don't know, but like, that's just something that someone fell short on. And if they are good engineers, they would have said, hey, this isn't gonna work, this isn't gonna flow right. Even if it was for a hotel, a semi can't get back there very easily. Now, if it was just like hotels and restaurants, maybe that was an exception. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could have been, I don't know. 'cause-
I mean, we were really focused on that, even as a council. Steve would be able to tell you that as well, But that's what we were all completely focused on. And then, since COVID, that market just,
Yeah,
the bottom fell out of it completely.
yeah,
I mean, they're having such difficulties even, retaining any kind of a status of consistency with the hotels and restaurants with people. Well, Burger King's a great example. It closed because they couldn't get staff. They closed 2 of them that were just built in 2021. So, we had no idea, and the materials and, everything that happened from, September of 2020 when we, put the ball in motion, we got the GO bond and we purchased the land. It's unbelievable. I mean, that's all I can say.
yeah.
I mean, it's difficult for everybody, not just us as a city, I mean, if we would have waited a year, we might have not even did it, but I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna move forward, and it's gonna prosper, and, we'll work out the wrinkles as we go.
I guess all we're asking is to look in the possibility of getting some cost
Yeah.
sharing.
I think it'll be a great venture out there. I don't
Yeah.
dispute that at all. I just feel the same way as you do, that you have an engineer that's paid, and not to be repetitive, but I think if we get some kind of consideration conversation, then that'd be great, because I think it should be somewhat shared, but whatever
Yep.
works out on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still moving forward, but
Right.
it's it's kind of,
Accountability.
it's a tough pill to swallow now that we
Right.
got to do it this way. So,
Yeah. I agree. Anything else, council?
Motion to adjourn.
second.
Excellent. All in favor?
Hi.
Opposed?